First on Fox, a Madison man who performed with a laundry list of jazz greats is joining their ranks. Good evening, I'm Michelle Carolla. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 47 News at 9. Richard Davis is now a jazz master, according to the National Endowment of the Arts, a top honor in his genre. Tonight, Fox 47's Danica Lewis tells the story of a man, his bass, and what is sure to become his legacy.
Never play with blandness. Salt and pepper, a little hot sauce.
Maybe once in a lifetime.
Do it again, Greg.
You have a teacher.
Don't let the music stay on the page.
Who does things to a different tune.
I'm not asking you to answer the question. I'm asking you to play the answer. And I do a lot of things out of tough love, but they don't know it.
Unconventional caring.
They get ready to bite into a dog's bone.
Is how Richard Davis pushes his students.
Yeah!
To make their strings.
That was good.
Sing.
Most of it is teaching about life. With the life follows the music.
But it's his music and his life.
Wow, that was great. That was good.
That got Davis to this UW classroom.
That is beautiful. The bass is kind of in the background, you see, supporting the building, the foundation of what's on top of it in harmony.
And the foundation for much of Davis's success.
And I've stuck with it all these years and have not regretted one moment of playing it. It's brought me fame and fortune. It's brought me happiness and unhappiness and anything imaginable in my life. The bass is a counterpart.
Younger than his students at the time, this boy from Southside Chicago knew making a life out of music wouldn't be easy, especially as a black man.
I had to be on top of the game, because my mother taught me, you also will be taken less, even though you are on top of the game. So you might as well be the best you can.
Davis strummed his way to New York City, where he spent decades playing with some of jazz's biggest names. And at the top of his game, he got an offer he thought he could refuse.
Because I told them, I'll see you later. Goodbye. Thanks for the call.
But something changed his mind about Madison.
Martin Luther King said, if you got it, impart it. If you don't, no sense in having it.
So 36 years ago, Davis became a Badger, training the next generation of bass pros.
I don't care what color they are, it all applies to the same thing, to be the best.
Davis took his experiences with race and bass and turned them into a black music ensemble class.
Jazz is the role of a black person in white society.
Notes that say things nothing else can.
Protesting, aggravation, sadness, happiness, dancing feet, ropes around the neck hanging from a tree. The music says all of that. So-called jazz is as serious as 2 heart attacks. It's serious. You're putting yourself out there in front of the public with no clothes on, and you're improvising and you're composing as you play. Yeah, that sounds good.
At 83, Davis was just named a master of his music, the top honor in jazz. But no trophy compares to the note framed on his fireplace. Words from his daughter, proof of his proudest performance.
All these other things, hey, they're all right. When she wrote me that letter, that was my greatest award.
So if it's like Davis says, if life follows the music,
Did you hear that?
then there's no better lyrical
Say
lesson
it again.
than love.
Never forget that. I teach love. You can't go wrong with that subject. That's it.
God, you can't help but smile at that. Davis will be handed the National Endowment of the Arts Jazz Master Fellowship Award at a special ceremony in January. This puts him among the top performers in his genre like Tony Bennett, Ella Fitzgerald, and another famous Davis in jazz, Miles Davis. It was such a pleasure to get to know him. What an amazing man with an amazing life.
What a great story to get to cover, just to even meet somebody like that at the top of their game.
An incredible person.
And, you know, people that are generally that accomplished, they can always attribute that back to somebody in their lives. Does he do that also?
We all have our inspirations, and Davis told me his was mom and his high school director. That's the same music instructor who actually taught Nat King Cole in his early years as well. Both of those people expected him to give his very best in anything he did, pushing him to be a better bass player. And really the person he is today, he told me that that's really where his tough love was first taught. So definitely, again, I just can't get over how amazing his story is and how awesome of a person he is and how lucky we are to have him in Madison.
Absolutely. Thanks for bringing it to the viewers
Absolutely.
tonight.
Happy to do it.
All right. Thanks, Danica.